Hey, the wonders of Thedas. Our Lehman once bought me a miniature golem doll here, when I was young. Really young.
Do you think they sell silk ribbons in that store? I've been meaning to spruce up my boots for the longest time.
Should I even try to imagine what the owner of such a store might consider a wonder?
Ah, I have heard of these wonders of Thedas, even in Antiva.
The only wonder of Thedas is how everything got to be so very brown.
Wonders of Thedas. What does that even mean? Do they sell geography questions?
Bronca used to drag me into stores like this all the time. Before she went crazy, she used to collect little ceramic horses. Yeah, it's true.
Oh, the wonders of Thedas. I haven't been here in ages.
I've got a craving for some spit-roasted nug with hot sauce. You think they have that here?
I once had my portrait painted by an artist in the square here. It wasn't very good.
I have never seen such a collection of merchants and people before. 'Tis always so?
Coins are so pretty. Perhaps I should eat some and startle the locals.
They say you can get anything here. I once got pickpocketed.
I bought a confection of spun sugar here once. It got stuck in my hair. Made it hard to come out. But it was very tasty for a few days.
Those are too small. Send them back to the priests for more training.
Ha ha ha! The bustle of a market district. The pickpockets home away from home.
They should replace the water in that fountain with ale. It's just an idea.
The owl used to come here in the winter when I was small. I slept with the hounds.
They say if you toss a coin over your shoulder into that fountain, you'll come back to Denerim. Provided the Owl's Chamberlain doesn't have you thrown in the dungeon, of course.
I believe Arl Eamon's father had that fountain built. First one in Denerim. Of course, after that, all the other nobles had to have one.
It's Antivan tradition to throw coins in such a well as this. Supposedly it brings one luck.
And to where shall we go now, The city beckons.
Not Gunari architecture, but adequate.
A mass of flesh crawling over the entire landscape like a river of slugs. That's my definition of a city.
This is where the nobility comes to get drunk and decide who is the most self-important of them all. Good times.
Yeah, look at that. Nobles all around the world are all the same. Drinking overpriced swill and talking about their clothes.
I wonder if they have a good plum wine.
Look at what that woman's wearing. Is she drunk, or does she just have bad taste?
There is no fool like a drunken fool, so Mother once told me, and 'tis still true.
A place for the wealthy noblemen to drunkenly lounge about and wait their turn to be pickpocketed? Marvelous.
Very innovative, making a place for idiots to gather where they won't be underfoot.
Challenge someone to arm wrestle me. That would be fun.
Where do you think they get all this stuff? You think they, have any miniature golem dolls?
'Tis all junk, just as I... Is that an authentic chastened tribal fertility carving?
Hey, could I borrow a sovereign? I've always wanted a head of an adulterer preserved in honey.
Jade, carved and polished into the shape of a large... Oh, I see. Well, that's just rude.
Ooh, glass slippers.
Oh, and here I thought the wonders of Thedas might be a whorehouse. Pity.
What is Pashera? Perhaps it will be safer to study the floor.
Does it think they might have a chisel strong enough to chip my stone? I doubt it.
Why do they call it a brothel? There's no broth. Or is there?
Now this is what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, come to Ogren, ye long-limbed goddesses. The pride of Orzammar is in the house.
Touch nothing. I don't think they clean the surfaces in this place very often.
I once did a stint in a brothel, serving tea. It was complimentary. Fun times.
Ah, I grew up in a place such as this. They say you can never go home again, but for 10 silvers an hour, you can get pretty close.
I fail to see what is so special about such a place. In my experience, everyone pays for sex.
This place stinks of desperation.
There was a time in Honleith when two filthy wretches rubbed together right beneath me. Unbearable.
We're not going to be mobbed, right? That's not something elves do here. Mob people.
And here I thought elves all smelled of wildflowers and sunshine.
I've never been in an alienage. Life must be hard here.
And these elves allow themselves to be herded together in this filth. Why, exactly?
Ah, an alienage. They're the same everywhere, aren't they?
This is a real alienate. I've never been in one. How exciting.
Were your people being thrifty by building this place from refuse?
It is moments like this when I'm grateful for the inability to smell.
Now that is a big tree. I wonder if the children get to climb it.
That is the tree of people, I believe. The Venadal.
Elves plant these trees to remind themselves of who they once were, and then they pee on it. Charming symbolism, really.
I bet I'm the first dwarf to step foot in here.
What a gorgeous tree. I wonder how old it is.
A tree planted in the middle of misery. It rather beckons a single sad little tear, does it not?
Perhaps we should carve our names into the giant tree.
Unwise. When that falls, it will take out no fewer than 3 houses.
I must say, I thought the Dalish would be much harder to find. Do you think this clan let us find them?
How do they move these things through the forest? Do the trees just get out of their way, or what?
My mother was Dalish. They are a proud people. Those who refused to bow to defeat.
I never thought I'd ever set foot in a Dalish camp.
Elves turning into werewolves, huh? Walking on the wild side.
At least they have chosen freedom over subjugation. Better hardship and danger than slavery.
Too frilly.
I don't understand. These elves look the same as any other flesh creature. What is the difference?
The Hala. The Dalish call them their guides. They even lead an elf to oblivion when he dies, or so they claim.
There are places where those horns bring huge prices. Can cure diseases, so they say.
It's them antler beasts, I swear.
I hear only the Dalish can control the Hala. They listen to no one else.
Those Halas certainly are proud and beautiful. It's as though they realize how special they are.
Oh, what is that smell? Must we muck about in the animal pens now?
I don't want to know.
Are these pets, mounts, food, nighttime companions for half-blind hunters?
This is like my home in Saharon, but the fiends here are only monsters.
Let's try not to get too lost. It's easy to get turned around in a place like this.
They say the veil is thin here, and all manner of strange things may be seen.
Many enter this forest and are never seen again. Let's hope we don't join them.
All this greenery is making me sick.
Ah, more forests. And here I thought I had left the wilds behind for good.
I'm more of a city elf myself. A forest like this just seems so very filthy.
Do not perish. If I deactivate here, I will be overgrown inside a month.
Hey, hang on a bit. I want to carve Ogren was here in that thing.
Was there a city here once? Was it built in the forest, or did the forest come later?
There's something about this place that makes my skin crawl.
Ugh, I feel as though we've been walking in circles for hours.
To Winter Ruins. I believe we are nearing our ultimate destination.
So, they were here too. No wonder.
What came first, I wonder? The forest or the ruins?
Humans do seem to love leaving their trash lying around everywhere, don't they?
I think this is it. Werewolf City. Kind of flea heaven, isn't it?
Tread lightly in the heart of the forest, for past wrongs are remembered and mourned.
Smell that? Looks like these fellows have marked their territory.
Be on your guard. I think we're being watched.
Ah, here we go. The werewolf lair, unless I miss my mark.
The werewolves live in an old ruin? I wonder if there are other treasures to be found here besides wolf droppings.
No one in your country repairs anything when they occupy it, do they?
I assume we do not need to look for werewolf droppings to figure out that this is their lair?
Is this an elven place? Did the elves live underground, just like the dwarves?
Smells like wet dog in here.
I wonder what this ruin used to be. Is it Tevinter or elven?
Do you think it's safe to be in here? I thought I heard a walk rumbling off in the distance.
The ruins certainly look to Winter, but are filled with elven trappings. How very odd.
It seems that elves once lived with the Tevinter humans. Or the Tevinter built this place for them. I never heard of such a thing.
More signs of the Tevinter. This place will be full of traps then, or worse.
There are no doubt many traps here. Don't get squished.
I think there's something ahead. Something big.
You see that? My mother told me never to trust anything that could make turds larger than you are.
Did you hear that? Sounds like loud breathing.
I have a bad feeling about this passageway. Why don't we turn back?
We should prepare ourselves for combat.
Some architect clearly suffered from an unrequited love of the pointed arch.
That smell. We're definitely approaching some kind of lair.
Some manner of large creature lies ahead. Perhaps it will eat you.
It's just a guess, but I'm thinking everyone in Lothering is aware of the approaching Darkspawn horde.
Ah, look how they moan and wail and gnash their teeth. 'Tis sad to watch how helplessly they scurry about.
The Chanters are still operating their board. Now that's dedication.
Ah, the Chantry Board. Yes, let us run errands for the betterment of mankind as well as a few coppers.
You ever wonder if that's an accurate likeness of Andraste? Maybe she was ugly. Maybe she had buck teeth. How will we know?
Fools. Praying for help from a prophet they burned, and a god who has turned his back on them not once, but twice.
You know, the mages say that ghosts aren't real. They're just spirits. Just confused, not dead.
Do you think it's possible that places have memories, just like people do?
The veil to the fade is very thin here. There will be many spirits about.
I just felt a shiver. Ghosts always give me the shivers.
Place needs a good dusting.
You know this place will be overrun by the Darkspawn soon. If we go, we won't be able to come back.
Are we done with this place? It may not be here later should we leave now.
The Darkspawn will overrun Lothering soon. If we leave now, we may not be able to come back here.
If there is anything you need to do in this village, I say do it now. It will not remain for long.
It would seem the entire city is overrun. Less chance of bystanders then.
You hear that, you big archdemon? We're coming for you!
Look at what the Horde has done to the city. And so quickly.
I hope most of the people were able to flee on ships before the horde got here.
Could this city even recover from an onslaught such as this?
Now this is more like it.
It looks like most of the townspeople escaped before the horde arrived. That's a relief.
Now this may be the answer to the Arishok's question.
It will never be the same. The things people leave about. Important to someone.
Nothing is yours by mistake if you make good use of it. This may serve us well.
Might prove useful, that.
Many are oblivious to such hidden things. You should pursue these advantages.
Always looking for things of certain importance, huh?
Well worth paying attention to that, hmm?
This land holds a great deal of hidden importance.
No interest to me, but certain to be so for others.
That might amount to something useful later.
Never let something like that slip by, I always say.
No sense letting something like that sit about. Could benefit us no end.
I should think it's well worth following up on that.
Never let such opportunity fall at the wayside, Grey Warden.
Someone is smiling on us for such a thing to reveal itself.
Of key importance to someone, I have no doubt.
Well, you have an eye for things of hidden importance.
It may want to hold on to that.
Who loses something like that? Gotta be worth a look at least.
Never let opportunity slip by. Duncan said that once or twice.
One must never willingly ignore unexpected gifts such as this.
You are meant to find that. Luck is a guiding hand.
The world hides many wonders well worth pursuing.
Another trail to chase, and probably worth it.
Every advantage must be sought, and here's somewhere to start.
Does it think that might be important?
I sought every advantage. You should do the same when such things present themselves.